I wouldn't know. I don't do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, my fault. I apologize, sir.
intent to keep chasing that same dream. Tonight, as you sign your intent form, allow it to serve as a promise to yourself to keep carrying on. Keep carrying on when the road is riddled with hardship. Keep carrying on when others tell you that you will fail. Keep carrying on and know that we are all here supporting you as you chase that dream. Always, always, always keep carrying on. Keep educating yourself, because an education is your key to a life full of promise and prosperity. Thank you, and may God bless the class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Wallace, for those inspiring words to our future graduates. An ancient proverb states, "A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every person leaves a mark." This celebration of the post-high school intent of each member of the class of 2021 is a celebration also of the work of our Pocomoke community, families, school staff, local residents who have left a mark on the lives of our seniors and help nurture them to this point of transition to a better, brighter future, joining the world of work, serving in our armed forces, or attending an institution of higher education. Each senior has chosen to honor one individual from their years of schooling who, in essence, stands as a representative of all who have left a remarkable impression. Whether they advocated for students who felt like they had no voice of their own, delivered instruction in such a way that made students want to come to class every day, or simply smiled and listened when students really needed to be heard. These adults have made an indelible impact on the lives of our students. For this, we salute them, say thank you for every moment you've given to help our graduates reach their present day success. When you commit your intent, you are elevating and empowering yourself. You are making a pledge before your family, friends, and Pocomoke High School staff to make those goals a reality. Just as you have had ones in your life that have coached you, advocated for you, and were there for you along the way, pay it forward to someone that needs it. Everything that you've gotten, pay it forward. Strive to leave your mark as that one who brings out the best in others. And honestly, I've already seen that time and time again from the class of 2021. Seniors, remember your strong character, resilience, and willingness to look out for one another makes you unstoppable. We, your Pocomoke High School family, have drawn the bow to let you, our arrows, go out into the world. Aim high, leave your mark, and always be a warrior. I would like to welcome at this time Mr. Carlton Cartwright to the podium for intent declarations, as Dr. Wallace and I will be congratulating students. As this event is less formal than our graduation ceremony, please share some noise as we celebrate each member of the class of 2021's plan and won. Thank you.
Good evening. The part that we've all been waiting for. One of my favorite parts. At this time, seniors in section 1, please stand. Denim Atkins will be attending Warwick Community College to pursue a career in healthcare field. She will be joined by her one, Mr. Pettit, who she says always has something funny to say. Keyshawn Atkins will be studying at Warwick Community College. joined by his one, Mrs. Fitzgerald, who he said is a good teacher who helped him keep his grades up. Davion Ayers will continue working as a groundsman at Assateague Point. And he's joined by Mr. Lewis, who he says was a good motivator who made learning fun. Next, we have Jaire Ballard, who will be studying at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore to be a physician assistant. And she will be joined by her one, Dr. Begonia, who she said made learning easy by explaining stories well. Next, we have Rachael Beckett, who will be majoring in photography, minoring in film at the Virginia Commonwealth University. And she is joined by her one, Mrs. Price, who she says has been there for her all through high school, helping her to understand things. Next, we have Miss Abigail Boyce, who will be studying criminal psychology at Liberty University. She's joined by her one, Mrs. Bradley, who without fail shows genuine compassion and love for all students. Mr. Harrison Bradley will be studying at Warwick Community College in the area of secondary education with the goal of being a high school history teacher and coach. Just like his one, Mrs. Castaneda, who he says her classroom feels more like hanging out with friends instead of going to a job. Tylea Branch will be studying at the illustrious Howard University, studying psychology. And she also is joined by Mr. Pettit, who she says his kindness will be remembered. Regan Brown will continue in the field of cosmetology. She has a bedazzled hair dryer there, that's what that is. And she will be joined by Mrs. Howard, who she said helped her stay on the right path and keep going. Ms. Kaisha Bull will be studying nursing at Salisbury University. And she is joined by her one, Dr. Begonia, who she said made her get out of her comfort zone to expand her writing. Next, we have Anna Butler, who is studying at the Culinary Institute of Virginia in the area of baking and pastry. She'll be whipping up some good meals there. And she's joined by her one, who we knew was going to be Miss MK, who she says gives her the space to feel comfortable to talk. Mackenzie Carlisle will be studying at Warwick Community College, then on to Towson University, studying to be a psychiatric nurse practitioner. She's joined by her one, Mr. Witt, who she says he thanks him for being willing to help her through her problems. Next, Madeline Clayton will be studying forensic chemistry at Towson. Oh, the Towson Sox, okay, TU. And she is joined by her one Mr. Severn, who she says inspired her academic goals and helped her come out of her shell. Caitlin Cloyd will be working as a cook, hence the spoon. And she is joined by her one, Mrs. Buger, from Pocomoke Elementary School. She says, thank you for being so nice to me and making me feel good when I was at Pocomoke Elementary. Jalen Big J Collins plans to be a correctional officer at Eastern Correctional Institution. Jalen is joined at the end of the red carpet by his one, Mrs. Fitz, who says he thanks her for always being there if he ever needed anything. Malachi Collins will be studying business at Warwick Community College. He's joined at the table by Mrs. Noble from Washington High, who he says thanks her for helping him get through things. Next, we have my friend, Deja Connor, who will be studying psychology at Salisbury University. And she's joined by Mrs. Crease, who she says thanks for helping me with everything. College stuff, school stuff, life stuff. Next, we have Jaire Cordell, who will be working in the field of cosmetology. And she's joined by her one Mrs. Rain, who she says thanks for having her back and helping her realize she needed to change some bad patterns. Tamari Cutler will be working on his music to make a career as a singer. He's joined by Mrs. Hudson. You did this. He said, what I know today is because of you. All things are because of you. Next, we have Mason Denny. We'll be studying business at Camden County College in New Jersey. And he will be joined by Mrs. Becky Stevens, who he says thanks for keeping him on track and always wanting the best for him. Miss Deaja Dickerson will be studying business at Warwick, then finishing it up at Salisbury. She's joined by her one, Mrs. Crease. She says, thanks for helping make my senior year a good year. I appreciate all you've done. Next, Miss Shelby Evans will be working as a horse trainer, and she hopes to teach children how to ride horses. And she's joined by her one, Gunnar Muni, who she says thank you for helping her with life and being a better cadet. Charles Vinnie will be studying physical education at the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. I guess he's sort of following in the footsteps of his one, Mr. Fuchs, who says thanks for teaching him about the importance of work ethic in basketball and life. Ashley Gale will be studying elementary childhood education at Warwick Community College. Mr. Perry, she says you're a real homie. You were understanding and worked with her when she was finding herself in middle school. Miss Jaire Giddens will be studying at Salisbury University. And to her one, Mrs. Dewar, she says, thanks for pushing her to finish and work hard in college level classes when she wanted to give up. Leah Gladding has joined the United States Air Force to pursue a career in officership. She's joined by Miss Heather Gladding, who is standing in the place of Miss Pam Mills, former Pocomoke Middle School EA, known for a kind heart and a kind nature, who also happens to be Ladies' Nana. Ryan Glenn will be studying emergency medical services at Warwick Community College. He's joined by his one, Mr. Mike Rogers, a dear friend who kept him calm and centered by offering a listening ear. Jordan Glovier will be studying business at Warwick Community College. Joined by his one, Mr. Mullet, said thanks for being open to talk about anything from sports to important life challenges. Next, we have Alexa Hall, who will be studying to be an elementary school teacher starting at Warwick Community College. And she's joined by her one, Mr. Gooding, who says felt more like a friend than a teacher because you were easy to talk to. Curry Hickman, who also wants to be a correctional officer at Eastern Correctional Institute. His one is also Mr. Fuchs, who he says is a pretty funny teacher with a cool personality that gave him choices of what to do in gym class. Mr. Devin Hill will be studying business management also at Warwick Community College. Who says that Mr. Fuchs really helped him get on track academically because he took a chance and accepted him on the team. Ms. Isabella Holland, after a gap year of traveling Europe, she will be taking business classes to join the workforce. Ms. Mack, she says thanks for being an accepting person with a good sense of humor. Juliana Holland will be joining the United States Air Force as well. And to Mrs. Lauren McGinnis, her one, she says, thanks for always making a point to be there for me and check in often. Ethan Hurley will be going to Warwick Community College to study to study hospitality, right. And Mr. Perry, he says, since middle school, you were someone he knows he can always go to when he was in need. Emily Hutchinson will be studying culinary arts at Warwick Community College, then Johnson in Wales. You can slow down, Emily. You can slow down. And to Mrs. McQuaid, she says, thanks for getting me interested in books like the Percy Jackson series. Stevie Hutchinson will be attending the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point, hence the cheesehead, where he will compete for the swimming team and study conservation law enforcement. Stevie's one is Mrs. Wright. He thanks her for making him feel good and always putting a smile on his face. She, Mrs. Wright, her daughter Kim will be standing in her place. We thank you for that. Taina Hutt will be studying nursing at Warwick Community College. To her one, Mrs. Fletcher, she says, thank you for being a very generous, kind, and patient substitute teacher. Malik Jackson will be studying heating, ventilation, and air conditioning at Tidewater Tech. To his one, Mr. Hatfield from the middle school, he says, thanks for being like his school dad who would pull him out of class to burn off energy because we know he had lots of it. Cameron Jester will be studying culinary arts at Warwick Community College. He's joined by his one, Mrs. Hart, who he says, thanks for always showing me that quitting is never an option. Emily Johnson will be working as a freelance artist who plans to own a gallery for local businesses. And she is joined by Magistrate Coates, who she says, thanks for allowing her chances to grow. Without you, I wouldn't have graduated. Isaiah Johnson will be studying graphic design at East Coast Polytechnic Institute, otherwise known as ECPI. To Mrs. Power, he says, when you reached out to me directly, it let me know you really cared. Seniors in section 2, please rise. Section 1, you may be seated. Joseph Camps, as you can tell by the hat, will be studying at Warwick Emergency Medical Services. He's joined by his one, Mr. Becker, who he says, thanks for always making me think of other ways to see my problem. Logan Kenlin says he's moving to South Carolina to be with his lovely wife in joining the Air Force. And he's joined by his one, Mr. Witt, who he says, thanks for being a pretty cool dude who's funny with a fun personality. Carolyn Kyle will be studying biology and environmental sciences at Salisbury University. To her one, she says, in a world of moguls, thank you, Mr. Bohaska, for truly being a magician. Rebecca Cushman will pursue a career as a professional singer. Rebecca, you gonna hit a few notes for us? Okay. And she actually has the team of Mr. and Mrs. McQuaid, caring enough to light a fire under her when she needed it. Ellie Litton will be attending Warwick Community College to study radiological technology. She wants to be a sonogram technician. To Miss Tobias, and she says, thanks for helping guide me down a path I was not expecting, but for which I am thankful. Makai Maddox will be working as an electrician, putting his technical high school skills to good use. All right, making that money. To Mr. Hoffman, he says, thank you for bringing out the best in me, being more like a friend than an adult. Mitchell Maddox plans to continue his soccer career while entering the workforce. Mitchell's supposed to kick the ball or something. To Mrs. Stevens, he says, thanks for being the one I like the most of all my teachers because you're cool, fun, and chill. Desanay Marshall will also be studying psychology at Salisbury University. Miss Jones, she says, thank you for pushing me in middle school into being who I am today. Bryson Massey will be working in the field of animal control. If you have any unwanted critters on your property, he'll be your guy. By the way, that's not a live animal. And he's joined by Mrs. Cashman, who he says, thank you for being a really cool teacher. Brian McCarthy, one of my Mick friends, will be working at Cisco. To Mr. McQuaid, he says, thank you for being chill, not really getting annoyed by anything. Madison McDormand will be attending Salisbury University to study education with a minor in Spanish. Miss Kim, she says, without you, her high school career or experience wouldn't have been as good as it has been. She told me to say, I love you. Emma Merritt, traveling to Virginia Tech to study environmental resources management. Joined by her one Aunt Penny Butler, says thank you for always being a great mentor, role model, and support system. Jonathan Moore, traveling down to Old Dominion University to study business in order to invest in construction. Dr. Begonia, he says, thank you for loving and seeing the best in me. Joseph Moore, traveling out west to the University of Northwestern Ohio to study automotive and high-performance technology. Coach Fuchs, he says, thanks for the many life lessons during practice that showed me how to stand up straight and fly right. Zion Moore, He will be working in Project Search at Atlantic General Hospital. Miss Taylor, he says, I appreciate you telling me to have a good day. Caitlin Morrison will be studying at Warwick Community College Business Management with a Social Media Specialist concentration. She's joined by her one, Mr. McQuaid, who she says, thanks for brightening up my days. I've needed your energy to keep me going. Cole Olson will be studying to be a veterinarian. To Mrs. Stevens, he says, thanks for always being easy to talk to and willing to help me out with anything I need. Jason Palmer will be studying to pursue a career in law at Warwick Community College. To Miss Crease, who has earned this title of his one, thanks for pushing me to be the best version of myself and being my personal savior. Jenna Pennywell will study with allied health careers in order to be a massage therapist at Massage Envy. To Miss Patricia Hands, she says, thanks for always motivating me to choose the correct career path. David Perdue will be studying to pursue a career in math and science at Warwick Community College. Mr. B, he says, thanks for providing favorite memories, especially those of you dressing like a pirate and saying, I'm Mr. B in your pirate drawl. Gracie Revel will be studying nursing at Salisbury University. Dr. McCutchell, she says, thanks for being kind and understanding, one of the teachers I can talk to about anything. Anayeli Reyes, fine arts major at the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. We know who her one is, Mrs. Tobiasen. Thank you for being an inspiring teacher, an understanding mentor, and a motivating friend. Her Grace Robinson will be studying kinesiology at the University of Maryland, College Park. Mr. Cleveland, she says, thanks for giving me the best book recommendations and bringing me so much joy and laughter with your sarcastic remarks. Bethany Russell will be studying at the University of Notre Dame, sociology and global affairs. Miss Welch, she says, from countless inside jokes to eating chicken nuggets in the dugout, you greatly contributed to my success and, frankly, my sanity. Jaire Schofield will be serving in the United States Marine Corps in logistics management. Dr. Begonia, he says, thanks for keeping me motivated, inspiring me to stay grounded in school. Nicole Sessoms will be studying culinary arts at Warwick Community College. Ms. Tobiasen, she says, thank you for always being there when I've needed you. Alyssa Shannon will be studying hospitality at Warwick Community College. Ms. Taylor, she says, you've always been there as my school mom, never failing to help even when it's outside of school. Mary Sigrist will be studying chemistry at the University of Maryland College Park. Mr. Williams, you deserve a thank you for giving me so many opportunities with Honors Band. Haley Sims will be studying photography at Warwick. Mr. McQuaid, she says, thank you for being my school dad and helping me stay on track. Kaisha Singleton will be studying legal studies and criminal justice at Bowie State University. To her one, Mr. Levy, she says, thank you for being more than a teacher to all of us. You were like our dad. Arjanae Smith will be studying culinary arts at Warwick. To her one, Mrs. Glovier, she says, I'm gonna miss you because you make me laugh by telling me simple jokes. Mark Smith will be working for Worthen Industries in New Hampshire. Miss Taylor, he says, thanks for getting me on track when I'm, thanks for getting me on track when I'm not focused and being there when I need someone to talk to. Armaya Spence will be studying psychology at Salisbury University. To her one, Mrs. Bradley, she says, thanks for always being willing to give your time to make sure I get everything I need to complete my work. James Taylor will continue working at Eastern Shore Lanes, hence the bowling pin. Mr. Perry, he says, thank you for being a friendly face in the hallway who's nice to talk to. Janae Taylor will be studying at Old Dominion University. Ms. Hart, she says, I appreciate you being a really good supporter by doing things like attending my softball games. Tasia Tingle will be studying graphic design at Warwick Community College. To Mrs. Moses, she says, thank you for being constant, the reason I get up to go to school every day. Takira Townsend will be attending the illustrious Morgan State University, studying nursing. And to Mrs. Power, she says, thanks for always helping me keep my head on straight and texting me to make sure I'm okay. Austin, the Mullet Trader, will be studying biology at Adrian College in order to be a professional bass fisherman. He will be joined by his oh, that's me.
He would like to say, Mr. Cartwright, thanks for being like my brother and helping me out more than you probably think you do. Esteban Vargas Francisco. He will be continuing a career in construction and in music. He will be escorted tonight by Dr. Begonia, and he would like to say thanks for always helping me out and asking if I'm okay. Shondell Wallace. He will be serving our country in the United States Marine Corps. He will be escorted tonight by Mr. Miles. He says, thanks for being the first teacher I had a bond with. Though I was a little immature, your class taught me a lot.
And last but definitely not least, we have Mr. Isaiah Wise, who will be studying sports science at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. He is joined by Dr. McCutchell, who he says, thanks for helping me gain so much knowledge about the human body and earn my CNA certification. Seniors in section 2, you may be seated. Let's give all of our seniors a round of applause. And as you should know that all of what they said about the ones was their words. I literally read them verbatim. I didn't make it up. That's what they said about y'all. Thank you all for being so special to them. And at this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Crease to the stage to give 2 special presentations.
At this time, I would like to make 2 special presentations. The first is Make Your Mark, which is an award that goes to a future graduate in recognition of his or her work ethic, positive outlook, and integrity. Stephen Hutchinson, please come to the podium. We have a gift basket of items needed for your college dorm. Congratulations. The second is a Warrior State of Mind Award in recognition of a senior that demonstrates perseverance, resilience, and is an encourager to those around him or her. Janae Taylor, please come to the podium. We are presenting you with a new laptop for your future studies. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Stephen and Janae. Seniors, oh, we can give them another round of applause. Absolutely. There can't be enough. Seniors, remember, just as you have had your ones in your life that have coached you and advocated for you, remember my words earlier, to pay it forward. Continue to look for that person that needs the extra words of encouragement or just needs a token of kindness. Families, faculty, community members, thank you all so much for attending and celebrating our class of 2021's future intents. We are so incredibly proud of each and every one of them. Please remain where you are as our seniors recess out of the stadium. For those seated to your left of the 50-yard line on the center field, your left, which would be my right, I practiced that, proceed to the exit on your left. And for those seated to the right of the line, as you are facing the field, proceed to the gate on your right, over there. Everyone, please join me in standing and applauding our seniors as they recess out of the stadium. Seniors, please rise. Congratulations, future graduates, class of 2021. Good evening. Please drive safely. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Have a wonderful night.